what we have here is the Extreme Sets Inc. Diorama, the Sector 7 Dock Bay pop-up. Hello folks, Denobi2 here. Thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. We are taking a unique look at this cardboard diorama. Let's call it what it is, shall we? It's made by Extreme Sets, and I was very, very curious on it. Let's look at some it's not a pop-up for children. It's intended for adult collectors. Well, by the end of this video, you may want to change your mind on that. I think it's really meant for kids. I was very curious about it. This video is really not, my intention on this video is really not to bash it. I was very curious on it. I like taking photos. I like doing Instagram photos, and I thought maybe this particular item I could benefit. I can maybe use it for my action figure displays, maybe even my Hot Toys. But the first impression was very overwhelming. I mean, right out of the box, there's no instructions. I felt overwhelmed, to be honest with you. I just like, okay, where do I start? Where do I start? So I took my time, just kind of studied the pieces. This clearly looks like the Dock Bay panels from the photos, and it was just a bit overwhelming, just because I paused the camera and I just took 15 to 20 minutes to kind of study everything until I realized that you have to kind of figure this out. Yes, it is assembling a cardboard box. I totally get it. I'm new to this. I really, really am. In the end, I realized that this was not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting action figure setup dioramas, and the set does deliver. It really, really does. I just didn't think it would be as complicated. I know what you're thinking. It's cardboard setup, so how complicated could it be? But it really was. Especially when it came to the holographic display, and then at one point during the whole setup, I had to actually go into the actual website and do a little bit more research, because I wanted to make sure I was doing things right. I really did, and I don't know. I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more of a higher definition to the actual pieces. It's neat. It's a neat gimmick. It really is. I tell you what though, after assembling this set, it really does make you appreciate the plastic dioramas that are made by other companies. You know, specifically NECA and their town setup that I actually reviewed earlier in the channel. Again, this set may be good for some collectors. I did find some unique perspective. You really, really have to work with it. I mean, with a little bit of lighting and the right proper action figures, you can get some really cool comic book shots. Again, I'm trying to play advocate here. I really, really am. You know, it does have the potential to be more than what it can be. I don't know. It's just I'm so torn. I really don't know how to rate this set. I really, really don't. I can tell you that it's not for me. But I mean, I bought it. I do want to give it my true, honest opinion. I understand there are action figure collectors out there who do follow Extreme Sets. I just thought maybe it was something that I could incorporate. I just didn't think that it would be this. It would look this bland. It looks what's the word? It looks like, for example, like this holographic set here, like this holographic panel, just didn't really pop compared to the actual photos on Big Bad Toy Store. The medical desk here, or not desk, the what do you call it? The bed, the medical bed here that you assemble. It doesn't look good. I guess if you squint your eyes properly, it does. And then this here, this right out of the box is torn. Again, as I'm going deeper into the review, it's the actual set. It's leaving a bad taste. It really is. I'm not. And before I get the comments, Denobu, you can send it back to Big Bad Toys so they'll swap it out. I don't. It's a $60 set. I don't want to spend $10 in shipping. I don't have the time. I don't have the hassle. I'm already convinced that what I was expecting from this particular set is not what I mean. Just for example, like the actual docking box panel here, I had to. That's the video. That's the actual video from the website. I didn't know how to assemble this. I actually had to go back and research the actual channel to understand what this part I was assembling. Again, if they would have included some sort of printed instructions, I wouldn't have had to stop the middle of filming, go on YouTube and actually research this and find out that this interior cardboard panel was meant for the docking system. This shot right here is honestly the main reason I bought this set. I thought, and this, like, this is bugging me. I wanted like an airlock system. I wanted sort of like a gritty alien airlock system so that I can use with my Nova ubiquitous diorama that I have. I thought maybe I could expand on it. I thought maybe I can kind of incorporate the sci-fi element and create this really cool action figure sci-fi world. But I'm not happy. I don't like assembling this stuff. I really don't. I really don't. I guess it's a learning experience. It really is. No, I'm not. Again, I'm not trying to bash the company. I'm sure this is for other collectors. I just, in the whole process of this, I just realized that it's not something that I could enjoy. I'm gonna make the best out of it. I really am. But it's not for me. It really isn't. And this is like it's about 45 minutes to make it this far. And then we get to the floor panels. And then what really irks me is that the floor panels aren't flat. So you interlock these floor panels and they don't hold up right. So then for me, I had to use tape to hold them in place to kind of flatten them out. And in the end, I didn't like how it still looked bubbled on the floor. I didn't, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't like the elevation on that. And I mean I'm a good camera editor. I mean I can take decent photos. I can work with the set, but it looks very tchotchke to me. It looks very just poorly assembled, and I'm the one that assembled it. So I don't know what I was expecting. I mean, I understand this was a cardboard diorama set, and I'm kind of using some effects here to make things work. I added a little bit of a green screen to see if I can maybe somehow make it work. I don't like that the airlock door, it's not easily assembled. I'm holding it right here because you have to pop it top and then slide it in and so forth. And every time you do that, you tend to weaken the structural integrity of the cardboard. These are some action figures, and trying to make it work. And again, if you zoom in too close, it doesn't look good. It looks better from a distance. Now, if I incorporate it with my Nova ubiquitous diorama set, it looks better. So it's like less is more. So I added the airlock to the end of my Nova ubiquitous diorama set, and now it looks pretty cool. Now it looks awesome. Now it looks like a space station, Deep Space Nine, if you will, where these droids are coming in through customs. Now it looks cool. You add some really cool figures and so forth. So the extreme set for me works better if it's peppered in lightly with other stuff, with other props and stuff. But by itself, no, I don't like it. I don't know. I hope I wasn't too harsh. I really am not trying to bash extreme sets. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below. it's just, in the end, it's not for me. It really isn't.